Good morning, everybody. While it's really unfortunate that today we've not been able to have everybody in school, it's still some important messages with regards to bridging and transition to share with you. So hopefully some of those points will become clear through this short video. If you're not aware, I'm Mr. Braxton, so I'm head of Year 12, and I'll be working very closely with Mrs. Spencer as Director of Sixth Form, Ms. Greenhoff as Head of Year 13, as well as Ms. Cotterill and Mr. Sears as Progress Leaders, and Ms. Spurrier as Sixth Form Administrator to make your transition to John Taylor High School as smooth and enjoyable as possible. Do want to share some of the expectations with you now. Now, when people talk about expectations, there's sometimes a little bit of a groan and rules and regulations. These are two-way, and that's really important to remember. You've selected John Taylor High School. You've chosen above other establishments to come here, and we assume that probably the primary reason for that is that you wish to get a high-quality education, and you can expect that from us. That is your baseline expectation of what you can expect from the school. That will be high-quality lessons, high-quality out-of-lesson tasks being set for learning, high quality feedback on the work you've done. It will also be high quality education with regard to non-academic studies, your place in the wider world, education on yourselves as citizens, on your personal growth, progress, and that side of things as well. And it's really important to realise that this is an entire package that you'll be signing up for here as part of your education, academic and non-academic, and the tutor programme and the support and guidance that comes with that is absolutely something we expect that you will hopefully engage with, which leads me to your side of the bargain, the idea of engagement. Having come here, what we hope you will want to do is really engage with the subjects you've chosen. Hopefully you pick ones that you have a particular interest in and that you will take part in those lessons. You'll be active within them. You'll submit work when it's set. You'll meet the deadlines and you will be an active part of the school community. And when I say part of the school community, again, hopefully you'll engage with some of the other things that we have on offer for you at John Taylor High School. Briefly already mentioned, but one of the things you can expect back from us is support and guidance. This is going to be a huge time for you. You're just about going to be starting on your A-level or vocational courses. So big changes for you already, but very quickly you'll be starting to think about the next steps beyond that as well. So you'll be starting to think about potentially career moves, whether you're going to go into apprenticeships or employment or onto university and higher education. So what your next steps will be, and you will need some help and support with that, and we are there to offer that. And again, through engagement with your tutors in the morning, through your subject teachers for specific advice and guidance, or using the sixth form team directly, we will deliver that support and guidance to you. So it's really important that you take those ideas on board. From you, we would like you to be part of our school community and uphold our values. Now, this is absolutely key. We are a school, and as such we have younger students in school who will look up to sixth formers as role models and will quite often reflect the behaviours they see from the older students here. So what we want is that positive experience throughout your studies here, and that being passed on to the next generation coming up after you. And those values, you can see them on the screen there. For our current students, these won't be new, but obviously for those joining us, these are absolutely something you will see a lot of. And those values of respect, that's respect for those working with you, your peers, your friends, and also for yourselves, absolutely. Perseverance, the idea that yes, this is going to be challenging. Okay, these are going to be some of the toughest times in terms of your education, that you stick with it and work with us throughout that. Integrity, we want to know that we can trust you, and of course kindness speaks for itself really. So we would look for our students to uphold those values. From us, you can expect professionalism throughout, so professionalism in terms of our delivery of lessons, but also professionalism in the way we work with you and support you throughout your time at John Taylor High School. And in return for that, we do expect high standards. So in that time, you will know that we have certain things that we do expect in return to standards. So things like punctuality and attendance, making sure you're in school when you should be in school, you're on site when you should be on site, that you sign in and out when you need to sign in and out. So those very basic expectations there, and also with view to things like conduct around the school site, how you conduct yourselves, but also dress code. If you've got any queries about the dress code, now is the time to bring them up before you buy anything for next year, but please pay particular attention to the regulations regarding dress code, because it is our expectation that if you've chosen to be here, that you have accepted that as a condition of being here. Pay particular attention to notes and things on things like piercings as well before you make any decisions on that. You can expect, that we will have belief in you, that no matter how difficult you find things, we will support you to be the best you can be. And simply the expectation we expect in return for that is that you believe in yourselves, that you don't give up, and you understand that what we are doing is there every step of the way to support you and your progress. So, what next? Okay, well, the next steps are to get ready. So you will be set some bridging work now from the subjects you've chosen, and it's really important that before September you engage with that, so that you are in the best position possible to start your courses next year. You might wish to flesh that out with some wider reading. If you're not sure of the sorts of things you could be reading with, then perhaps get in touch with the subject teachers who've set the work for you and see if they've got anything they can suggest for you. That might be some higher level reading, it might be some pre-reading of the course, whatever you feel you'd like to engage with, just to try and get that little bit more information before you start. Research, you might want to start to look into where your subjects could take you further on. So it might be research into careers moving forward, or university options. So do take the time you've now got ahead of you to engage with some of that. But do make sure you get some time to rest and relax. It's been a pretty stressful year for everybody, and absolutely you need to take some time to make sure that you are well recharged before you begin the next stage. And the last point, make sure you get time to review where you're at. Have a critical think about yourself, what worked well throughout your GCSE studies, and what sort of aspects of yourself as a learner you might wish to improve moving forward. And think about some of those things you can put in place before September. And don't forget, results day, 12th of August. There'll be more information coming to you about results and the process about confirming your options and choices around that point. One of the things I often like to consider for students coming to John Taylor High School is the number of opportunities that presents. And we're very proud of the fact that being a student here does give you greater opportunities moving forward. That might be opportunities to engage with universities or to engage with the world of work, apprenticeships and employment. I'm not just talking about getting the grades to get onto those. I'm talking about the actual opportunities you will have as a student here to liaise through work experience opportunities, through higher education fairs, through programs such as employability workshops such as MEDAL. There's quite a lot of opportunities to get used to what might be expected of you moving forward. You'll also have the opportunity to stretch yourself. Now, it might be thinking of something adventurous, like literally you might get a chance to do some field work or expeditions where you physically do something like climbing a mountain and looking out over the open world ahead of you. Or it might be a bit more metaphorical. It might be the opportunity to overcome some more personal challenges and see if you can overcome them and give yourself a brighter future as a result of that. All things we can support with. It's the opportunity to introduce you to get yourself some personal success. So you will all have individual goals, and we will help you every step of the way. And I guess one of the key things with that is to look at somebody like Lewis Hamilton and consider that while he has achieved those personal goals, he's not done it by himself. and you will have the opportunity to not just gain personal goals, but also to be part of a team to help each other develop. And there will be the opportunity to have people working with your best interests in mind and being part of a huge team to deliver that success. So that's the Mercedes team, everybody involved in helping Lewis Hamilton achieve his personal success. And that's a wonderful analogy of what school's really like. You will come out with your envelope of results and your other skills that you can take out into the wider world, but in no small part down to those who've worked with you along the way. And you'll also get the opportunity to be part of a community, whether that is the school community that I mentioned earlier, or whether it's a bit more citizenship of the wider world. But they will all be opportunities that are presented to you, opportunities to engage. And I guess the most important thing whenever you're talking about an opportunity is that while we can provide those opportunities, that's all meaningless unless you have the courage to grasp them and take them. So we can take you so far, but you must work with us to make the most out of those opportunities as they come up. So I'm just going to leave you now with just the thought that's on the right hand side there. So a quote from Dr. Seuss. I'll let you read it yourself, but every step of the way, the core purpose that we've got here is to help you be the best version of you can be. It starts now, folks. It starts with the bridging work. It starts with getting the right mindset ready for when you come in September. Do think very carefully about all the things we've talked about today, but I wish you all a very, very good summer, and I'm really looking forward to working with you all further from September and beyond. Take care, look after yourselves, and we'll see you all soon.